They're switching the narrative right now is what they're doing, and they're switching it from the iPhone to what they call services and other products. And the growth in that area was quite impressive. And so if they can leverage that growth to sort of awaken the force of the 1 billion active devices they have out there, they have a pretty powerful software and services opportunity in front of them, and I think that's where they're going.
But are they doing a good job shifting that narrative? Some people say it feels abrupt, given that they were talking about the iPad Pro just a little bit ago, just last quarter, talking about how they didn't feel the China economic weakness. Now suddenly they're feeling it in a significant way. How is Apple doing at telling that story?
Well, I think they're doing okay, not great, but okay. And what's really going to be the telling nature of that story is what's the substance that lies underneath it? What are they going to show in the software and services space that's going to indicate growth going forward? And they haven't really shown a whole lot other than growth, but they need to show points of evidence to prove that they're doing new things in software and services.
Andy, as the company has grown, though, it's taken on attributes that look decidedly untech. They have plateauing growth. They have a program that throws off a ton of cash to shareholders. And they also could potentially do a lot of M&A. Jim Cramer even compared it to Pfizer. When you think about those attributes, do you think that any of that needs to change, or can all of that stay intact as a tech company that can keep growing?
Well, I think like all tech companies, they do reach their peak, and I think Apple possibly may have reached its peak here, which means they have to explore other things in order to continue on as a really relevant company. I think they've got that under control, but they probably need to move a little bit quicker given the market conditions.
Apple has been an underdog for most of its history. It's anything but that now with this huge amount of cash that they have in the bank. Tim Cook also emphasizing that, saying they've got the mother of all balance sheets. When you've got a reputation as an upstart, you have a famous marketing campaign in the past that was Think Different. How do you market yourself when you're big and now, at least growth-wise, maybe you're looking a little slower than you have in the past? How do you frame yourself and your brand?
I think they have to stay at the forefront or the bleeding edge of what's going on from a technology perspective. It may not drive iPhone growth, but it will drive the perception of the company. People love Apple. They're addicted to their devices, and they have to be at the very cutting edge of that going forward if they're going to keep in the hearts and minds of the consumers today. And that's their challenge, I think.